Hello, my sleepy bears. Welcome back to the second episode of Bastion.
Days, the melting pot was sealed tighter than the skin on a squirt.
Okay, so welcome back, everyone. This is the second episode of Bastion.
All the plans
We are over here in the melting pot.
had to be stab weeds.
Not a lot has happened here. Right now, we're just going around, and we found something nasty. Again, we are in the melting pots right now. It was just one of the levels that... It was the only level that was open that we haven't gone to yet, because we've done just about everything else on the map right now. And yeah, that brings me up to something. You can fall off, so that's why you gotta be careful. There's always the chance of falling off and messing up, you know, anything like that. All the fun stuff. All the fun stuff.
Stuck inside one of those fancy cages.
So here we have something a little bit unique. This is what I like to call a time trial.
Downright dangerous.
So what we have to do is once we hit the switch, then the gate is going to very slowly open for the core,
It throws a
and
switch.
it's just going to very slowly move up. So we have to survive throughout the barrage of enemies. But luckily we did pick up a new secret skill, which is the trap mine. This is a really good one. You are just, it's very defensive. You just put it down wherever you think the monster is going to be, and then they'll run into it, and then it does a lot of damage to them. So it's pretty cool.
Start falling in.
Yep. I'm just really enjoying my time here. I'm just having a lot of fun. And the best thing to do here is I would definitely suggest, again, just what I did was I went and, for the war machete, if you weren't here last episode, I went and upgraded it so that way the attack cripples foes as well as it does damage over time. So for a lot of the big guys or girls or whatever they are, I was just using the war machete just because it's really good at dealing damage over time, plus you can throw it, so it's good at just getting far away so you have enough room in order to use it, as well as have enough time to breathe, because that health bar can go down. It's gonna happen very, very late in the Let's Play, but you will see me die a few times. But the goal is to not die. So, just like in the first episode, if your health gets low, you can press the triangle button. On the PlayStation 4 to use a health tunic, the Y button. On the Xbox to use a health tunic, or the X button on the Nintendo Switch to use a health tunic. I'm so tired of these controllers. I can't tell you how many times I've gone and played games on the Switch, and then I go to play a game on the Xbox, and it's like, hit the A button, and then like back out of the game. I'm just like, why must they do this? Yeah, honestly, PlayStation was really smart when they're like, yeah, just have it be symbols. So I really appreciate that, and it's just really good. Like, if we just had color buttons, well, then again, that's a little biased towards colorblind people like Scott the Waz, but I don't know, the symbols are really good. I really enjoy the symbols. I just don't know what other symbols you'd be able to put onto a controller in order to be like, hey, you're supposed to use this button. However, every controller has the L1, R1, L2, R2, and the L3 and R3, which makes no sense whatsoever, but I can't really fix that, so there's no point in complaining about it. There's not a lot that's happened since the last time I've been here. I laid down for a little bit and had a Sunny D. That's it. Although this music is really good, I do like it. I don't know what instrument that is, and I'm not going to try to guess because I'm sure I'll be very wrong. But this music definitely kicks in once there's a lot of fighting and such going on, which is really great. It just gets you all in the mood in order to beat up some squirts and blue monsters. It's just so awesome. So we do have the blue tonic, which we're definitely going to use. And it says that the core is finally within reach, but it does take a few extra seconds in order for it to actually be able to finish. So we have to try to sneak over there while avoiding all of the monsters. Although it is really good to try to defeat the monsters, because again, the experience, so it does help you level up a little bit faster. So you're going to see me doing a little bit of both, a little bit of getting to the end as fast as possible, as well as a little bit of destroying all the monsters before I leave to try to get the experience higher. Because the higher level of experience you have, the more distilleries and potions we can use, which definitely helps out along the way. And if you think this game is a little too easy, the game has a fix for that. It really does. So at the beginning of the game, you're able to choose between normal mode or no sweat mode. No sweat mode just means it more or less gets rid of lives. You can just play as much as you want. You can die, doesn't really matter. You'll just respawn right where you are. So that's no sweat mode. It is encouraged for people that are not used to this kind of game. I didn't play it. I just went for the normal mode, and I was pretty fine.
I still remember the look on his face after that one.
There was a few times playing when I just like kept dying a lot, and I decided, I'll just come back.
Folks voyaged across the boundless sea to found Caelondia. It was good living here for a while.
And now we put the core into the Bastion.
But the new world's just getting started.
Alright, so far we've unlocked the third and final area, the Arsenal, which we've seen a few times already. This allows us to change the secret skills, the main and the sub-weapons. There's not exactly a main or sub-weapon specifically. It's just the weapons that you can use, and you can make sure that you can assign them to either the square or circle button. So it's whatever you want to do. There's no pros or cons to having it on one specific button as opposed to the other. It's completely up to you.
Every bit as effective as the fancier stuff.
If you say so. Here you're going to see that
a special surprise in every one of those arrows.
Yes, so we went ahead and upgraded the Breaker's Bow, so that way we'll be able to do a little bit more stuff, as well as we did go ahead and unlock the Proving Gowns for the War Machete, which I am not good at. Just going to let you know that right now. We will go through and at least attempt all of the Proving Grounds. However, I cannot guarantee that we're going to come first place in all of them. Mostly because you just get a secret skill. That's it.
Couples used to walk the sundown path. Kid ain't here for pleasure, though.
Yeah, if there was something for like more mementos and such that we can talk to the characters and learn a bit more lore or story,
before the kid,
then I might go after it. But it's just secret skills, so I don't really need that.
The floor starts giving way under the lightest step. A single panic squirt could bring the whole place down.
Yeah, so here we have a very unique gimmick here, where if you spend too long standing in one place, the floor beneath you will actually start to crumble. What will happen is if you stay in one place for too long, then it will turn red and then it will fall, like it's doing right now. And if you are colorblind, you can also just pay attention to when the ground beneath you starts shaking. That's also a good indicator that it's going to fall. And I apologize for bringing up colorblind a lot. Wait, why am I apologizing? It's just, I try to be very inclusive, and I don't know. Everyone exists.
See, the path was intended for leisurely strolling and such, not so much for noise and tomfoolery.
So here we have a really big squirt. What we're going to do is just going to use the War Machete on him in order to try to get him to die faster. We did get 50 experience for that, and the 10 experience for the little dragon spitters. That's the best thing I can call him, a dragon spitter.
Whips the kid along.
Yes, there is a little bit of tight platforming. You're not gonna die if you fall off. You're just gonna respawn and have to try to walk again. But no, if you want to, you could skip it. You don't have to get the mementos. But as I said, I'm trying to show off all of the story because even I didn't pay attention the first time I played it. So I'm like, sure, why not? It'll be fun.
Quick and careful is the only way to go.
Don't forget you can't fall off.
Changed everything, even where the wind blows.
We are doing our best in order to try to make it so that we do not die. That's not really going to happen. And something that I completely forgot about because it was 2 a.m. while I was recording this. Again, you can use the shield button at the very last second in order to do a counterattack. It does come in handy. However, you just got to get the timing down. The only way to practice that is just to keep trying to dodge stuff or to play Bayonetta, one of the two. There's not really a good way to practice the blocking. One thing you can do is, so an enemy's never going to just straight up attack you. They're always going to have a tell sign. A tell sign is normally whenever they are like shaking or getting ready to charge, anything like that. That's being like, oh, they're going to attack. I should use the shield button. And the absolute worst that will happen is that you will get some damage. The limbo route is you will defend yourself
No, they used
and
to
you won't
ship
take
live
as much
munitions
damage.
down the path.
The great option is that you did it perfectly and now it does damage to them.
These wires
Here we
to
got
toss
the
those things
the
plenty
secret
far
skill
away.
hand grenades. And something you can do is you can use the L2 button to actually aim where your grenades and secret skills and weapons and such go. I would suggest doing that. I don't know how that happened. I would definitely suggest using the L2 button in order to aim, so that way you'll be able to make sure that the hand grenades are going where they're supposed to.
Even gas fellas need some shut-eye from time to time.
We do have a lot of enemies up ahead, which is going to be fantastic, but we also have a fountain, so that also helps. But I'm not sure how well we can do the fountain. But by using the sky bridge now that everything's gone, we get the something burnt, and then we get to just go right back. And this is one of those parts where I'm going through and I'm just destroying all the enemies, because you can't really ever have too much experience, especially with this game. It's really important to get as much experience as possible so that way you'll be able to level up, get as many tunics as possible, or distilleries, whatever, so that way you can have as many passive
coming back to
stuff as possible.
Question. Who else could have survived the calamity?
Papa John's? Was that the wrong answer? Hey, look, it's that thing I was just saying, because I remembered it while I was recording this at 2 a.m. Also,
So we didn't find a core that time, but that ain't about to stop us.
we do have a little bit of some lore here, so I'm going to go ahead and let him
We could
talk.
always see the stars. We just never could reach them, no matter how high we built.
He just likes speaking in tongues. That's his thing. One thing that we are able to do is, I don't even know why I started that sentence like that. I'm not used to having so much free time.
Kids' lifelong friends looking fit to keep on fighting.
We are definitely going... Okay, that's weird. I don't know why we're going with the Kale Hammer. But then again, this was 2 a.m. when I recorded this, so who knows? The Squirtler is alright. However, it's
Ain't
not the
much
best.
kid can't handle with a
It's
hammer
good
in
for
both
the
hand.
first few levels, but there's definitely a lot better secret skills that I use from here on out. Yeah, it says that you can find the best combinations at the forge. Just find 2 weapons that you like, and there you go.
The dead welcome him with open arms.
I thought that was a person. That's what it is.
The
I
calamity
want to
took
say
everybody
that
after all.
while I'm playing
Kids
this
see some
game,
plain, frozen
you're
faces.
seeing it as it's supposed to be seen, but on my monitor, it is very bright. To the point where
These folks never saw the calamity
on the
coming,
loading screens where
but
it's
someone did.
black,
Someone
to me it
close.
shows up as gray. I can try to change the monitor settings.
Kid sees him there agape, in the flesh.
I can try to change the monitor settings, but it's not really going to help. I'm just
Gets a
using a
snap
monitor right
trying to
now
get to him.
because
He
it's
ain't about to stop.
a monitor. It's the closest thing to a TV that I have, and it didn't cost me anything because I had it with my old PC.
He's
So,
got so many questions after all.
yes, we did see someone staring off into space. We think they're real. We're not too sure, but we are definitely hoping.
Just ain't got time for answers.
We might have time for answers. We
The
just
Thunder Brothers didn't make it.
storm.
They never saw what it was like beyond the walls.
Are you done?
Nor did the Bird Boy. Didn't make it.
I don't like how much he's interrupting me. Like, if he could
The
have...
Jawsons. They didn't make it. Grady Sr., Grady Jr. They didn't make it.
We get it.
Him,
Everyone
he
died.
survived. Kid finds proof enough that man ain't from around here.
Really.
Just think, without that man, we wouldn't be here right now, would we?
Why are they all gathering around there? Oh well, time to attack them. Yes, I'm very excited because I actually found out that the little trinket I got that I talked about last episode, where I get to change the aspect ratio for the old games, It was scheduled to
Kid
come
does
in
what he
as
has
of
to do.
Friday, but it's actually coming in as of Sunday. So that's
What do you
awesome.
say to a man who's seen too much? Kid hasn't a clue, but he says this. We have to go. Please.
Show me the cutscene. So we have this kid here, and he is the survivor. I don't know if you can tell, but they don't like using names. I don't know why, but that's just kind of what they do.
He's a proper gentleman, that man. His name is Zolf. No hiding he's an Ura. Folks like him ain't never been a common sight in Caelondia. He's relieved to see a living face or two. The kid and I introduce ourselves in kind. Both to him and to each other for the first time.
Time to get some more lore.
We fought the Ura decades ago, but that was then. Things are different between us now.
So there was a fight.
For Zolf, Caelondia was like a second home. He's real worried about his first home, too. Far to the east.
So Zolf has a home
We
part
all
of the
lost
east.
loved ones in the calamity, he says. I don't know how I'm gonna go on without mine.
Yes, everyone died in the calamity. We got that.
Zolf offers to help me plot the skyways for the kid. At least the calamity hasn't touched the stars, he says.
And then we have the Ura
He was
Sigil.
born in the Tazzle terminals. The Ura sent him on a mission of peace to our city, and he's lived here ever since.
Okay, so we've gotten a little bit of information.
Kid ain't finished here yet.
I completely forgot that I got the core. Both when I was recording and just right now, I completely forgot I got a core.
They remember. That's why this place is coming together. That's why things are gonna be alright.
So there was a total of 6 buildings that we were able to rebuild at the Bastion. So there's the Lost and Found and the Memorial. I think we're gonna go for the we're gonna go for the Memorial. The Memorial is more or less the in-game achievements. It allows you to go through and see the challenges that are expected of you, and it'll let you know when you complete it, and it'll show you how many sigils or souls or stalagmites that you'll get in order for completing them. As well as the reason for this is because apparently when you complete these memoriams, it brings back some of the life and some of the memory from the Bastion before the calamity. So,
Words can't
you know,
express what happened,
that's something at
but
least.
they're all I got. We tracked down a couple more cores near the edge of the city.
We're got a couple more cores near the edge of the city. Level up to raise the drink limit. I've been saying that. You don't need to do my job for me. Didn't they know I was going to do a Let's Play of this game 7 years in the future? I mean, come on.
No use praying to the gods these days. No time for it either.
Okay, well, I'm sure that's going to upset some people. But
Kid says a little prayer anyway. Couldn't hurt, right?
okay, you're done. Thank you all for watching this episode of Bastion. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, CP Bears.